Good morning, students. In this video, I shall discuss the nutrition in plant. How do plants they prepare their own food material? Now, the mode of nutrition which normally performed by the green plants particularly, it is called autotrophic mode of nutrition because the plants they have the chlorophyll pigment in their body. That is why they can synthesize their own food material by the process of photosynthesis. Now that is why the mode of nutrition in case of green plant particularly it is called autotrophic mode of nutrition, where auto means self and trop means food. That means they can prepare their own food material, but the most important thing is that what is this process actually which occurs here in case of plant? That is the photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. So the light is the main source of energy to put different molecules together to form the food, or that is the glucose molecule or the carbohydrate particularly. Now, what is photosynthesis? As you have already studied in your junior classes, normally photosynthesis is a biological process and it is occurred normally in case of green plant. Now, this photosynthesis process, it is by which the green plant, why green plants, why not all plants? Because the green plants particularly they contain the chlorophyll pigment and which are very much essential for this process. Now the green plants prepare the food material, but which type of food? Not protein or fat, but carbohydrate type of food material. And the simplest carbohydrate, which is normally we call it the C6H12O6, that is the glucose molecule. And how it is prepared? By taking the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, because the atmosphere contains 0.034% of carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is taken into the plant by the process, by the stomata of the leaves, and when they enter inside it, they help in this process. Now another important thing, that is the water. So water is another condition required for this process of photosynthesis. Now water is taken by the roots and it is normally supplied to the leaves for the process of photosynthesis. Then again another important condition required for this, that is the sun or solar energy, and this sun which is normally supply the energy or the light energy for this process. So that is why these are the conditions. And another condition, that is the chlorophyll pigment, which is present here in the plastid or chloroplast, and this chloroplast contains the grana and the stroma, and these are the stroma lamellae, this is the outer membrane, inner membrane. So these are the different parts of the chloroplast, and this chloroplast actually helps in the process of photosynthesis. So that is why these are the four important conditions which are required for photosynthesis. Now, these conditions they easily get from the atmosphere, that is the carbon dioxide, from the soil, that is the water, from the sun it is free of cost. The energy is available for the plant, that is sunlight, and the chlorophyll pigment is there. So now, how this process occurs here? So this condition from each and every plant, there are the leaves, and in the leaves, normally if you will take the transverse section of the leaves, you will find the upper epidermis, this is the lower epidermis, and these are the palisade parenchymatous tissues, these are the spongy parenchymatous tissue, okay? And these palisade and spongy parenchymatous, they contain this green pigment, these are called the chloroplast. These chloroplasts are present here, and this is the enlarged view of the chloroplast. And inside the chloroplast, there are grana, and which helps in the process of photosynthesis mostly in the light dependent phase. And in the light independent phase, the stroma part is essential, and normally the glucose molecule which is synthesized here. Now we shall discuss about the process or the mechanism. This is the system where actually this photosynthesis occurs. Now photo means light. Why this photo word here? Because it is means the light, and light is the source of energy for the formation of this glucose or carbohydrate type of food material. Now this photosynthesis completes in two phases. The first phase is called light dependent phase, and this reaction is also called the light reaction. Then what happens during this light phase or light dependent phase, or commonly it is written as the light reaction? Now what happens during this light reaction? Normally during this light reaction or light dependent phase, the solar energy or the light energy, it is normally trapped by the chlorophyll pigment. Suppose here the light energy or light falls in the chlorophyll pigment, and this light when falls in the chlorophyll pigment, normally in the chlorophyll pigment which are present in the grana area particularly, and here what happens, this light actually it splits the water molecule. So when the chlorophyll pigment collect the light energy and they split the water, this water molecule is normally split here. So splitting of this water molecule, it is called photolysis of water. This is called photolysis. And during this photolysis, what happens? Water is split into two hydrogen ion plus two electron plus of O2. So these are the product. But most important thing is here, that is the electron. And these electrons, normally they move from one primary electron acceptor to another acceptor. And in this way, when the electron move from one molecule to another molecule, normally the energy is transferred, and during this process, the energetic molecules like here ATP. This ATP molecule, which is also called the adenosine triphosphate molecule. Adenosine triphosphate molecule. And this adenosine triphosphate molecule, it is the most energetic compound or molecule which is synthesized during this process. So this adenosine, it combines with two phosphate, earlier that is called it is diphosphate, and this ADP molecule, when it combines with another phosphate in the presence of light, when the light is available, now the third bond is formed here, and this is called the ATP molecule. So that is why this ATP molecule is now stored the solar energy here. And another important molecule which is synthesized here, that is called the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, the NADP. Now this NADP molecule, and this molecule is one of the important molecules in this process, and this NADP, it is reduced by adding hydrogen or trapping hydrogen, and this hydrogen, when it combines with NADP, it will form the NADPH2. That means this hydrogen is very much essential for the synthesis of the glucose molecule, because the carbon dioxide, it supplies the carbon and oxygen, but this hydrogen is supplied by the NADPH2, or it is the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Of course, this word is not used here in your class 10, but you must know this word because it traps the hydrogen and it supplies the hydrogen for the process of photosynthesis or process of formation of glucose molecule during light independent phase. So during light dependent phase, what happens? The light is harvested or light is picked up by the chlorophyll pigment, particularly in the grana, and here the water splits into two hydrogen ion and two electron and half oxygen here, and the ATP and NADPH2 molecules are synthesized during this phase. Now, after the formation of these molecules, this is also called the light reaction, and this process is also called the photophosphorylation. In your higher classes you will study, that is your cyclic photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation, etc. Now this is also called the Hill reaction. There are so many terminology associated with this because it is a very much complex process, but in your class 10 we have to study these much only. Now next phase, after the formation of these two important molecules ATP and NADPH2, now these molecules are transported to the grana area, and here actually the light independent phase occurs. That means where light is not utilized, It is also earlier called as the dark reaction, but it occurs in the light as well as in the dark, because light is not essential. So that is why light is not utilized here. So that is why it can occur in the presence of light, but light is not utilized here. So that is why it is called light independent phase. And during light independent phase, what happens? Normally, this carbon dioxide molecule, here look at the reaction. It is carbon dioxide molecule combines with this water, because the water already used here, and now the hydrogen is supplied by the NADPH2 and energy supplied by the ATP. So here these molecules are involved here. Now here two important molecules, the ATP which supply the energy for this reaction, then NADPH2 which supply the hydrogen for this reaction, and carbon dioxide which supplies the carbon and oxygen. So carbon dioxide supplies the carbon and oxygen, and NADPH2 supplies the hydrogen, and this ATP molecule, it supplies the light. Actually, it is the whole reaction, that is why we are mentioning here. But actually in the dark reaction, what happened? The carbon dioxide combines with this hydrogen here from NADPH2 to form the C6H12O6, or that is the glucose molecule. This is also called the glucose molecule, the simplest carbohydrate. And this glucose molecule now combine with one another to form the starch, which is the storage carbohydrate. Normally, the food is stored in the form of starch. Glucose is formed, but the glucose is a monosaccharide, and this monosaccharide they normally combine with one another to form the polymer, that is called a polysaccharide. So starch is a polysaccharide, and after the formation of the starch, now this starch is transported through the phloem tissue, which conducts the prepared food material from the leaf to all parts of the plant. So this is the pathway. If the plant supplies the prepared food to the root, to the stem, to the leaf, to the flower, to the fruit, everywhere. So that is why the flow of this food material or prepared food material from leaf, that is through the phloem. And this process is called translocation. The transfer of prepared food material by the phloem. So that is normally the starch. The starch is normally transported through the phloem to all parts of the plant, that is called translocation. So this process normally continuously occurs in the plant after the formation of the carbohydrate food. So this is the process by which normally the plant prepare their food material, and this video is prepared according to the syllabus of class 10. Actually, photosynthesis is a very much complicated process, and it will be described in a very elaborate manner, but by considering your syllabus, I limited your photosynthesis process here this much only. Now, I hope this video will be useful for you, and if it will be really useful for you, then please like it and subscribe for further videos. Thank you. Thank you.